Did you know that poor communication can cost your business up to 20% of your valuable time? Hi, I'm Sabrina, and today I'll be asking you this question. How much of your day is wasted by back and forth communication? Miscommunications, may we say. Stick around. If you're a solopreneur that's challenged with unclear expectations and boundaries, I'm about to share with you my proven framework that turns chaos into clarity. Now, let's break it down. Many solopreneurs face these common issues in communication: lack of structure, um, undefined boundaries, and the fear of conflict. Yeah, that's the number one thing right there. Avoiding those tough, crucial conversations means that your problems are not being resolved. And then often things will spiral out of control when you just can't take it anymore. But these issues are more than annoying. They are frustrating and they steal your time, they steal your energy, and they add stress to your day. So I've seen these challenges hold back even the most driven entrepreneurs. And today, I'm going to share this framework and that I use to simplify my communications and set strong boundaries that protect my time. Let's dive in. Now, my framework, it revolves around three essential pillars: clarity, consistency, and commitment. Again, that's clarity, consistency, consistency, and commitment. So let's dive into each one of them quickly. Clarity. Okay, defining exactly what you expect instead of saying, okay, I want you to get this done soon. We're going to specify a deadline and an outcome. For example, let's use more straightforward language like, okay, let's update the quarter one sales report and email it to me by 3 p.m. on Thursday. We're going to be clear about what our expectations are as the CEO in our businesses. Number two is to be consistent. If you are creative, I know how the tendency to want to change things and flip things around. And people can't, when we're so creative and we're just moving things around all of the time, we're changing things all of the time, it's hard for our team or even our partners to keep up. So, what we want to do is be more consistent, establish a regular way of doing something, perhaps a regular way of communicating things on the schedule, whether it's a weekly check-in or a daily update or consistency. This consistency will build trust and it will keep everybody on task and aligned with your expectations as the CEO. And you want to utilize some tools such as some project management apps where you can communicate on a regular basis or shared calendars that will ensure that you are in a steady flow with each other as you're navigating each step in your business. And number three, commitment. Set firm boundaries that are clear. They clearly outline what is acceptable and what is not acceptable because you don't want anyone to be guessing about their commitment, the commitments that are necessary in your business as they're your partner or in your team members or even your clients. So if urgent requests come in outside of your agreed hours, gently remind your clients, gently remind your partners or your team members of this protocol. For example, if your agreed hours of communication are between 9 and 5, 9 a.m. and 5 p.m., and someone connects with you or leaves you a message or something after that time, gently remind them of those boundaries and communicate during your office hours. Commit to following through. Once you set these boundaries, commit to following through with those boundaries, and everyone will be on track and on target, and they will begin to really um, hold those things as valuable and things that are reasonable for them to follow. So let's talk about some practical applications here. Let's see this framework in action with some practical tips that you can implement today. Because we like to do it now. As one of my mentors says, Eileen Wilder, do it now, do it now, do it now. So let's do this now. So let's look at drafting clear emails because yes, things can go south with email and text because people cannot sense the tone in which you're saying things, and there can be some miscommunications and some hard, yeah, hard feelings along those things. So let's be clear on how we're drafting these emails. So we're not just drafting them, going through, but we're sending them. Before we send them, we decide we're going to read them out loud. Okay. Does it, what does the tone sound like to you? Does it clearly state the deadline, the expectations, the next steps? And then once you've read it and you can see, okay, maybe this can be misconstrued. Let me correct this so that it's clear, so that we don't go through this back and forth, because ain't nobody got time for that, right? So revise it until it is clear. Okay. Number two is to set your communication windows. For example, if you're defining your time blocks for calls and emails, you can say, okay, I'm available for calls between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But other than that, I have my focus blocks for Monday and Friday or something to that effect. So you can set those communication windows so they'll know, okay, yes, I can reach out between this time and that time. And everyone will be on task and on target. And then thirdly, we can use templates, developing the go-to templates for your common requests, because in your business, you're going to receive um, different questions, well, questions that will be asked on a consistent basis. So save yourself some time, write out a template for those common requests, provide that answer clearly, concisely, and consistently. And number four is to follow up with summaries. In my business, you are coaching clients, business women, solopreneurs, and we have our sessions. So what would be valuable is to have to follow up with what the coaching request, what I requested of them, as well as what they or the action steps that they have committed to. So in order to help them remember, one thing that I would do is I have forms where it's a coaching roundup form where they'll tell me what it is that they promised, but I'll also have an opportunity for me to send a summary of the action steps and the summary of the key points that were addressed during our time together. So this is a double win here. So they're telling me what they got of it. I'm sharing with them the key points and the action steps. So there is no no way in which we can miscommunicate because we're both saying the same things actively. So these are some steps that are significantly important because they reduce miscommunications and they free up your time for those high impact tasks that matter most. So let's look. How can you change? Changing how you communicate isn't always easy. And here are some additional steps for you here. Is you can anticipate that there's going to be some resistance in some of your requests. Some clients or team members might initially push back against some protocols, but be patient, explain the benefits, and get everyone enrolled in. You must two, lead by example. Show that your commitment by practicing these things, practicing the clarity, practicing the consistency, practicing the commitment in every interaction that you have. And number three, I'm always one to say, okay, how can we make this better? So revisiting and revising, regularly reviewing your communication practices, getting them in alignment with what it is that you desire for your business, soliciting feedback, and then adjusting as needed. So to wrap up, remember that clear communication is not an option. It's essential for you to thrive in your business. And I like to say a stress less and ideally stress-free business. And with my framework of clarity, consistency, and commitment, you're going to set strong boundaries that save you time and save you energy. Now, if you found these tips helpful, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for more actionable strategies. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and share your biggest communication challenge. Also, check out the description for links of some free goodies that will help you set your boundaries. Again, thanks for watching, and here's to transforming your communication one ideal day at a time. Again, one ideal day at a time. Here's to you celebrating your magnificence. Here's to you seizing and living your God-sized dreams. And I'll see you next week.